Hello guys, welcome to another round of World of Tanks. Today we're gonna be looking at the Conqueror Gun Carrier, and we've got a pretty cool replay here coming up for you. We are playing on Arctic region, and this is a full tier chain game as we can see, and he's teaming up with his friend here and in an EBR, so it's probably gonna be doing some spotting for him. Yeah, first thing to do is just put this pig right in reverse. Just park it at the back of the cab, the usual. So, what is the Churchill Gun Carrier? Well, it's an SPG that basically fires one very big shell every 35-40 seconds. It's kind of like a howitzer, so the shell is pretty slow, and it has a pretty high gun arch. The firing gun arch. So here we can see we're aiming at the T100 LT here. Shots going down. Ooh, a little fadeaway there. 614 damage there on the light tank early game. That's pretty good. So we're off to a good start here. Bringing back up the map here. Finally, now in the south, the enemy heavy tanks are moved in position. So looks like SRC is gonna be aiming here down at the south to maybe put some shots into this I-7 next now. 3 triple crit, 265 damage. That's not too bad. As you can see, he often moves his tank after he's fired. So, oof, got a shot there then. That's a pretty good looking skin. You can get this in the loot box system now. And if you've seen my unboxing of 11 boxes, you know my opinion on it. It's kind of whack that you have to gamble to get these boxes here, and that you can't like buy them without gambling them. Anyway, he's making another shot here. Another fadeaway basically, and he's moving a little bit. We get like another 263 damage. So as you can see, the enemies have pushed pretty aggressively up north there, because his team has pushed pretty hard in the south, so probably like we have less friendlies here in the north. Is he gonna be making a blind shot there? No, gonna save his shot here. As you can see, he's also running, putting in T for that extra aiming time, the extra loading time. Another fadeaway shot, 355 damage. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we're getting pretty consistent damage here. Churchill Gun Carrier. Gonna be making a slight adjustment here to his position. Gonna be so we can get some better shots here on the medium tanks pushing in the north, giving our team some extra support here. And we just lost the Leopard 1 here, it seems. It's gonna be even harder. What the hell? Looks like one of the enemy artillery is actually moved up in the middle here as well. And oof, unfortunate miss there. Taking a chance yourself shot though, so you can see that the enemies have pushed all the way up into the mountain here on the north side, all the way up to the cap. So his team is squeezed pretty far back on the map here compared to what the enemies control. So the enemies have a pretty good position here to encircle Azari's team here. Then we're waiting for another reload here, getting a name at the STB. Let's see if he's gonna make that shot here. Another fadeaway shot for 222 damage and a critical, probably just a critical on the tracks there. Waiting for the reload again now, using the bushes as cover. and that little hill, so you can just lob shots over without getting spotted. We're making an aim here at the object 430. We've gone up to 1,900 damage, and we're 2 friendly tanks down here.
That was close.
Got a pretty close hit there. Looks like he just missed. Splashed him for a little damage and the stun here. And looks like we've changed now to semi-direct view here. See if we can make a better shot. Also, we've also lost some heavy tanks down at the bottom here who tried to push up out towards the enemy cap, but they probably died to the tank destroyers here and here. Crossing that big open field is really dangerous.
Enemy armor destroyed.
So here's going to be the first kill of the battle here on the object 140, and that brings the score down to 5-6. The enemies have pretty much encircled this rock here, as you can see. And yeah, you can also see on the other side of the map they have basically a defensive line here. So the object 130 looks like it's trying to rush into some sort of position. Ooh. The grill is spotted now. Probably gonna back up, yeah, after a shot.
That was close.
Pretty close hit there for 553. Another fadeaway shot. And we're back. Had to make a little cut there. There was some issues with the recording. We're now taking a look at the bottom here, trying to help the Japanese 100 that fell into the water here. Make another fadeaway shot.
Enemy hit.
There's a direct hit for 505. That's pretty good. Some good predictions there from Arty here, and is also using standard rounds, which I like a lot. A lot of people are just spamming the gold rounds on these to get the extra splash range. So if you miss, you're basically guaranteed more damage. Looks like the FV takes a shot at the light tank. Unfortunately, it dies. Make another fadeaway shot and almost took out the object there, leaving in just 103 hit points there. Now the enemies have pushed Arty's team here all the way back to the cab, and it's pretty tight here now. The enemies control basically 85% of the map here, and we're just left with defending the cab. We're just one tank behind, but that's a lot of hit points as well. We can see here that his teammate, the EBR, has managed to stay alive until now. That's really good as a light tank. You can make aggressive spots, use your view range, your movement speed to get information for your team. That's why as a light tank you do want to stay alive until the end game, because you can have a very big impact as a light tank in the later stages of the game. We can see that he showed some restraint here with taking a shot on the gorilla. He probably could have sent a shot to the right next to him for a big splash, because the gorilla is not that well armored, so it's probably gonna absorb most of that splash. You can see that the EBR is come back north again to make some spots on the leopard here. Unfortunate miss there on the leopard. And I think I heard what sounded like the object making some shots at their team now in the base. It seems like it's moved all the way up here, maybe to get some better shots on the 60 TP and stuff like that. It could also be trying to move like all the way up here. I don't know if this is a good angle or not, but it seems like he's trying to make some moves here. We can see we have some enemies pushing up the bottom here. The 60 TP takes out the gorilla, but the FV takes out the STRV now. Looks like Arty is gonna be trying to make a shot there on the FV. It misses and only splashes him for 161. Arty is already up to 4,000 damage now, which is pretty good. Been having a big impact on this game actually. And putting his focus back now on the leopard. The enemies are taking this pretty slow. If they probably grouped up and just tried to push one side, they could probably have made this game a little easier. They decided to split up their forces. And they're losing a tank for every tank they almost gain here. So they're still up one tank, but they lost the gorilla for the STRV kill. You can see now the object 430 is now pushing on the other side here of the rock, trying to make some aggressive spots. Looks like SRC can aim over this little hill here, probably get a splash here when he finally reloads. The object might think is pretty safe here. Oh, it's gonna be stopping now. Splash there for the kill, taken out, making it 10-10. Now it's 5 versus 5. They're dug in pretty heavily here with the 60 TP and the Forcer. We also have the, is that an E3 also in the little forest there probably. That's why it's not getting spotted from this guy's here, but using the brush probably as a cover. So we can see that is waiting for the reload now again to put another shell into the leopard here. It's gonna be a difficult shot, hits down in a little angle. Looks like it's just getting the green line when it targets the tank and not the ground. So this is gonna be a pretty difficult shot. Looks like the leopard now is gonna be trying to reposition, but it is pretty good damage hit there for 527. Oh, the enemies have pushed into the brush now. As we can see, they didn't even get spotted before. It was already like 100 meters away from the E3. That's an E4 pushing in here. I think usually they have trouble damaging each other. Looks like one of them fired HE there. The E4, that's pretty weak turret. I think it's only like 200 compared to the E4 and the E3's 300mm of armor, but it does not have a turret. You can see there we got a pretty low splash damage there for just 108, and he also managed to stun his teammate, I think, there. Or that could be the stun remaining from the object 268. I mean 261, sorry. It's pretty boring battle here. We can see that E3 is just pushing the E4. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like they're firing HE now. Get a direct hit there on the E4. Unfortunately, the E4 managed to take out the E3 there, pushing their score back up to 1 extra kill. Looks like the 60 TP is now changing position, just trying to make a more aggressive defense here, or getting better shots there on the E4. As at the same time he's doing that, the leopard now managed to get the side of him there. And while he's turning his turret, his E4 is going to be shooting him in the side of the turret there, and it's going to take Arty hit.
That was close.
Got another shot there at the E4, and with the 60 TP taking him out there. We can also see that the Force 155 is now making an aggressive move, coming behind the leopard here, who's fallen back to the TD spot that the TDs on the north side here usually use. We can see also the FV4005 comes up here. Oh, looks like he got a pretty good hit there on the Force, and the Force just takes 2 hits to be taken out from 85%. Taking a shot there, making 592 damage now on the FV. His EBR friend is now on the move, coming up behind the object there that was last spotted in the middle. The FV now gets taken out, and it's just the Arty left with 30 seconds remaining. Gets hit by a high explosive by the EBR. The EBR staying alive for this long has proven to be pretty good here, chasing down the artillery in the last moment here. See if we can make that blind shot, and we do. And that's a pretty good performance here with the Churchill gun carrier, managing to pretty much have a big impact enough to save his team, throwing down 6,000 damage, and I think that is over 1,000 experience. It was at 2 times, so with premium that was 2,657 damage. If you want to check out the stats for this game, I'll link those in the description. In the meantime, thanks for watching guys. I'll see you in the next one.